Cover One crew, what is going on? Chris Childs back again. Hope everybody is awesome. Welcome back to the show. We got some football to discuss. It is the AFC and NFC Championship weekend. You got the 49ers, the Eagles, the Chiefs, and the Bengals. Oh, goodness. It is going to be a glorious weekend of football. Games play on Sunday, and it is road to the Super Bowl. There is no turning back. The season is almost done. So what do you say we talk some football this week, and we discuss AFC, NFC championships. Let's go. You know, while I do still feel a lot of pain that I'm not talking about my Buffalo Bills in the AFC championship game, I told y'all I'm sour. I'm extremely bitter, and I'm going to continue to swallow this pill that is just, you know, it's hurting. It's hurting me a lot. But we got some good games. We'll talk the 49ers and the Eagles first, and we got the Eagles favored at -2.5. Over-under is 46 points. Eagles 14-3. They look like an absolute juggernaut the entire season, and they put the stamp on their victory last week versus those New York Giants. Giants didn't stand a chance. This Eagles team is absolutely loaded on all phases. You know, the front seven on the defense is spectacular. The secondary in Philly is extremely solid. They're likely getting Gardner back this week as well, which is a big positive for the secondary also. And you talk about this offense. They're predicated upon the ground game. Jalen Hurts rushing upside, always the key. I mean, so they're very difficult to defend. RPO action is always going to be there, and they're extremely hard to defend. Now you see Jalen Hurts airing the ball out to an A.J. Brown, to Devonta Smith. Very difficult to protect and cover every single weapon they have on this offense. So when you're talking the 49ers, they're built very similarly to these Philadelphia Eagles in the same sense that they run the ball extremely well. Christian McCaffrey was a godsend to this offense. Eli Mitchell now is back, and he's playing very well. He looks healthy and ready to go. Brock Purdy, undefeated since taking over for the starting quarterback position for these 49ers. I mean, I've seen stranger things in the NFL, and this is one of the Mr. Irrelevant last pick in the NFL draft, and he's making it look like he's the next Tom Brady. I won't go that far, but hey, he is winning ball games. That's what you're asking him to do. Kyle Shanahan is in the freaking zone. He's calling everything that's working right now, and he's simplified this offense more than enough for Brock Purdy, and he continues to show it week in, week out. The short crosses, the mid-range 10 to 15-yard crossing routes, out routes. You know, he's not necessarily going deep, but we did see, I thought, you know, last week we would have seen Brock Purdy stumble just a little bit. Did not really happen. I mean, couple errant throws, but he was making dime throws down the field on the sidelines, throws that I was expecting the team Dallas to force Brock Purdy to do a little bit more. Did not happen as much. The game was a lot closer than, well, I did expect a closer game, but I mean, the way that the 49ers continue to play, the defense keeps them in ball games, the run game sets the tone, and Brock Purdy just do not make a mistake, and you're going to pay off and get a victory. However, we talk about the offensive lines for both these clubs. They're both matched up extremely well. Both are very solid units. Defensive fronts for both clubs, extremely solid, and they know how to get after the quarterback. This is going to be a slugfest if I have ever seen one. It's a very tough match to bet on because you want to say the Eagles, we can talk, okay, and maybe I'll go there for a second before we move on, is the fact that not a lot of credit is going to the Eagles and what they have accomplished this season, and I get it. I was there as well. Are they fully battle-tested? Are they ready to continue this path? They had the bye week. Jalen got some more rest on that shoulder injury, and they dominated the New York Giants like they didn't even show up to the contest. So you got to take it with a grain of salt. Yeah, battle test is nice to have, but they don't need it because they're that good, and it's true. The Eagles are that good of a squad, put together extremely well. Howie Roseman, the general manager, deserves a lot of credit, as does the head coach, Sirianni. They look, I hope I didn't butcher his last name, but they look very, very good. And it's a tough, team to bet against at this point. When we're talking spread picks, I'm going to have my spreads out on Twitter, so check those out. But I do believe the Eagles at home are going to take this contest. Even though the 49ers have played extremely well, they're just going to have to be lights out on defense if they do want to pull out the upset here. It is in Philadelphia, going to be a hostile crowd. I don't think that's really going to inhibit Brock Purdy at this point. He just seems like he's also in the zone. Nothing's rattling this guy. It's almost like the youth is working in his benefit right now. He doesn't even realize mentally the stage of this contest right now, as he has since he took over. Just been really Mr. Cool out there. Nothing's really rattled him. He's played in the system, played very well, and I expect the same similar type of showing from these 49ers. I expect them to run the ball a lot. I expect to see the screenplays to McCaffrey. I expect to see a lot to Debo in this game. George Kittle's been starting to take over, so it's going to be a tough match regardless on how you cut it. I just do believe that the way the Eagles are playing ball right now, they're just high octane, man. They're a well-oiled machine, and they're going to continue to push. I'm going with the Eagles, but I'll give you my spreads on Twitter on Saturday, so definitely follow me over there and stay tuned at Chris_Chow, so you'll get my picks for that one. No kidding. Let's talk about these Cincinnati Bengals and the Kansas City Chiefs in the AFC Championship. Injuries could be the problem in this one. Again, the offensive linemen for the Cincinnati Bengals will not suit up in this contest. Didn't seem to bother them last week versus my Buffalo Bills. Damn it. They just absolutely dominated the Buffalo Bills front seven on the defensive front, and I mean, there was nothing that they could do. They're just extremely large human beings, and they played as a unit, a cohesive unit, played very strong, very well. We do realize that the Kansas City Chiefs defense is very opportunistic, and especially in the second half, they do start to come after the quarterback quite a bit, so I do expect that to happen as well. But we know how the Cincinnati Bengals like to play football. They're going to take opportunities. If they get the ball first, they're going to try to score extremely quick. That's how they operate. They want to get that lead. Once they get that lead, it's extremely easier, I should say, for that defense to at least keep it and the scores close. And, you know, if they get a 3-and-out or a short drive or whatever, get the ball back via punt, you know that Joe Burrow is going to come back and repay them with some metric of points. They're going to get something, either a field goal or a touchdown. That's how Cincinnati has been playing football the last several weeks. Outside of the Ravens game, they have done that very well. But the thing is, when you talk to the Ravens and the Bengals, you know that the matchup doesn't necessarily put good positives for Cincinnati. When we're talking Kansas City in Cincinnati, the Bengals match up extremely well versus the Chiefs, just like they did against the Buffalo Bills. You have extreme power at the wide receiver position where the Chiefs shouldn't be able to handle that. They're extremely explosive on the ground when they want to be. I was very critical on a Joe Mixon, and he tore up the Bills with 20-yard, chunk yard plays all day long. It's going to be a very tough out for these Chiefs defensively. They got to play a very strong performance. No kidding. But we're talking about the Chiefs. We're talking about Patrick Mahomes, the high ankle sprain. He did practice in some fashion this week, so he is obviously suiting up. How will that ankle hold up? They're going to shoot it up with some cortisone. They're going to tape it up like nobody's business. And you know Mahomes is down for this game. I mean, there's so much fight in this man. He wants to be great. He wants to win the Super Bowl. You know what Mahomes is doing. I do believe that, the way that they have this offense right now, it is very different than what the Bengals are used to. Jerick McKinnon is now a new viable weapon in this offense that they didn't see before. Now they have the run game with Pacheco. It is working. So there's so many. I mean, the Chiefs have been multidimensional this entire season in how they attack a defense. But now with added weaponry of a Jerick McKinnon, now it's very much different. The check down is always there. The screen pass is there all the time whenever they wanted, a.k.a. the Tyreek Hill roll type of thing. Jerick McKinnon's going to have a massive game in this contest as well. Will one of these receivers finally step up? MVS, I mean, we can't really talk any positives for him, but I do expect Juju Smith-Schuster to at least have a better game than what we have seen in a very long time. Travis Kelce does pop on the injury report, but he is good to go. No kidding. He practiced. I believe it's a back injury, whatever, something tweaked in the practice. He's going to be fine. He's going to suit up. This is going to be another unbelievable showing performance, and I do see the spread. The odds makers were going back and forth as the betting public was there. I mean, Cincinnati for a minute was favored there by a point. Now it's trailed back all the way to Kansas City at minus 1.5, over under at 47.5. This is going to be a damn good show, man. And one thing that I don't like, is the Bengals are getting a little cocky. And I get it. I mean, when you win, it's called confidence. But, I mean, calling it Burrowhead, I mean, really, dudes? Why are you poking the bear? Like, you don't need to be doing that. This is Patrick Mahomes. And I get it. So, I was arguing, debating with some of my buddies, and I said the last time we've seen, the Kansas City Chiefs 5 straight years in the AFC Championship game, right? Mahomes only has 1 Super Bowl. So being in this situation, he is technically 1-4. And if he loses this game, he's going to be 1-5. And he's going to be 0-4 versus a Joe Burrow. This is not necessarily great statistics, even though it is a damn good achievement getting to the AFC Championship 5 years in a row. No kidding. That's an amazing accomplishment, but only winning one championship in that span of being in this contest potentially 5 times if they lose this game. That's not a good record for Mahomes in that sense. And then, everyone's still coining him as the top quarterback in the NFL. These are the debates that I have with my buddies because we love to debate, who's the best quarterback in the NFL, obviously. But this is an interesting contest because if Burrow does beat a Mahomes in this game, that's what, 4-0 versus Patrick Mahomes, 2 straight Super Bowls for a Joe Burrow. We might have to crown a new, standard for the top quarterback in the NFL. It's going to be a great show. Everybody's going to be ready for this one. I expect nothing but high-end elite play from both men, Joe Burrow and Patrick Mahomes. The defenses, you can say, they got both inadequate, pieces and weaknesses to their defenses. So I do expect to show 47.5 on the over-under. I'm definitely going to take the over on that one. I'll give you that one because I think it is going to be a high-scoring fest. But I'm going to go with the Cincinnati Bengals to upset the Kansas City Chiefs here. I think that just the way that they're playing ball, they're ready, and they're ready to go. Just like how I was talking about the Eagles, they're just on a different note. Even though the Kansas City Chiefs can play with the best of them, I do think that Joe Burrow is he's Joe Cool, man. He just knows how to win these big games. He's just Mr. Clutch at this point, where Mahomes, we can start, criticizing the clutch ability because of lack of success in the AFC Championship. Only 1 Super Bowl victory and 2 Super Bowl appearances in 5. If he does lose, like I'm saying, we can start talking about the clutch ability in Mahomes not being able to get back to the big show. I guess that's the best way we can put it. Either way, they're both stellar. I'm just trying to find a little knock on Mahomes. Sorry, Chiefs fans. My team is not here, and I'm tired of it. I'll give it a little knock, but nevertheless, this is the games that we're going to see this weekend, and they are going to be absolutely phenomenal. So enjoy, get your popcorn, get your beers. It's going to be great. So there it is, road to the Super Bowl. It starts here, last Final Four of the clubs in the NFL playoffs. It's going to be a great one. I'm excited. Off-season will be coming vastly quick after the Super Bowl, so get ready for all that content that is coming. I got Senior Bowl stuff coming for you this week coming up, so get ready for that as well. But nevertheless, as always, don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, jump in those comments, give me your thoughts. Who you picking? Who's your winners going to the Super Bowl, going to the dance? Put them in the comments. I'll definitely answer you back. Smash that like button for me, man. If you dig the content, helps me grow this channel that much more. But I appreciate y'all, and we'll see you next time. I am out.